Hello, everybody. I hope all is well. Everybody's doing good. Welcome to the 3S Parlor and Bonding with Bess. I'm your hostess. My name is Bessie, but they call me Bess. You can call me Bess too. Okay, y'all. I've been out for a minute, but we still talking about prayer. This time we're talking about fear and faith. Uh, People have a lot of fears. And fear can get you in trouble. Let me tell you what I mean. Uh, you Fear and faith can no more dwell together than light and darkness. It just doesn't work like that. You either have one or the other. Now I know people have fears. Before my brother died, he said something was his biggest fear. I didn't hear that because all I really heard was biggest fear. Now I said to him, "You have small ones?" He said, "What?" I said, "You said this was your biggest fear. Does that mean you have small fears?" He said to me, "Everybody got fears." I said, "No, that's not true. Even if you do have fears, you have to say, 'I have no fear.' If you say that enough, you'll start to believe it, and the Holy Spirit will come in and help you out with that." Let me tell you what I mean. I was when I worked downtown. I was in between jobs. I worked temporary. When I was working downtown, I left the car in front of the house and I rode the bus. So one Wednesday evening, I'm going to Bible study. I get off the bus, come in the house, fix me a sandwich, wash my hands, grab my Bible, and I'm leaving. There was a little pickup truck parked behind the car I was driving. So I turned the burglar alarm on, locked the door. Soon as my foot hit the porch, the passenger side door came open. Guy stepped out on the curb, and him and the driver both looked at me. I wanted to run back in the house. I swear I did. But my spirit, see, sometimes when you get in touch with your spirit will talk you through things without you even knowing it. Here's what happened. So I wanted to run back in the house, and my spirit knew it. I didn't say it was just a thought. My spirit said to me, "I thought you just told somebody you didn't have no fear." Now, as soon as you say that, the enemy is going to present you with a situation to prove whether you have fear or not. So here's what happened. Let me get me a sip first because I got something to say. Pretty good. Okay, so here's what happened. I started looking at them, and my spirit started talking to me, said, "Now I know you ain't scared, and you on your way to church to praise the Lord. You're one of his children. You don't know who they belong to." Now, this is spirit talking to me, but I'm looking at them the whole time, all the way to the car. The spirit's telling me, "You belong to God. You on your way to church to praise and worship him. Do you really think something's going to happen to you before you get there? And you're protected by God." So I'm listening to the spirit. I ain't saying nothing, but I'm beaming on them, right? I already had my keys in my hand because the key fob didn't work. So I had the key in my hand before I got to the car. I looked at them the whole time I walked to the car, all the way around to the driver's side door. The only time I took my eyes off of them was when I looked down to put the key in the door, and I unlocked the door, got on in the car, locked the doors, and I looked up in the mirror, adjusting the mirror because I'm getting ready. I started the car. I'm getting ready to pull off. And I saw the driver do this. I said, "Oh yeah, you missed your opportunity." But the whole time the spirit was talking to me, I'm beaming on them. And I said that to say this. Sometimes if you look at the predator that's trying to look them in their eyes. Don't be scared to look them in their eyes because that's how they know whether you're scared or not. I beamed on both of them the whole time I was walking to the car. They didn't get their chance to do whatever it was they were going to do. So I'm just saying, if a perpetrator, you think somebody's following you and they're going to accost you or do something to you, look at them, engage them in conversation. If it's a guy, tell him, "You look just like my grandson. I thought you was my grandson. Are you doing okay, young fella?" Or whatever it is. Talk to them. That sometimes can be a deterrent to make them leave. Because if you look them in their face, look them in their eyes, look them up and down and see what they're wearing, they may just change their mind and not want to. They may wanna go make another selection because y'all got it backwards. Look people in their eye. My mama told me, if can't nobody look you in your eye, you can't trust them. So when I'm talking to people, I have a tendency to look them in their eye because law enforcement looks for that. They look for body language in your eye. I'm like, yeah, I worked for U.S. Customs for a minute. But you're trained to read people's body language. If they look up, that means something. If they look down, that means something. If they look at you and look away, that means something. They can't look you in your eye, period. That means something too. So instead of y'all got it backwards. Look people in their eyes, but don't look animals in their eyes. Animals have their own rules, just like we as humans have our own rules. Don't look an animal in his eye because he thinks you're trying to. Don't beam on him. If you look him in the eye, turn away. Because if you beam on him and you stir him in his eyes, he thinks you're trying to intimidate him, and he gonna maul you to death. He gonna try to kill. First thing he going for is your throat. He trying to kill you to let you know he ain't scared of you. So don't sit your baby on the floor, and the infant, don't sit the baby on the floor with the dog. If you sit the baby on the counter or on the table, turn the baby away from where the dog can see him, because babies get into that stir. And the dog don't know that the baby's not trying to intimidate them. They will kill your baby because they think the baby's trying to intimidate them by staring at. The baby don't even know what they're looking at. I'm just saying, and if you put it on the table or on the counter, the dog can pull the chair down and still kill the baby. So turn the baby away from the counter. Don't look a dog in their eye. No kind of animal. Just don't do it because it means something else to them. And you wonder why they had that dog all them years, and the dog was a friendly dog, but somebody made a mistake and looked the dog in their eye. I know because I did it one time. My dog ran down the street. I ran to get him, and I looked him in his eye as I was reaching for his collar, and I backed all up. I was like, what's going on? Then I later heard you cannot look a dog in his eye. He didn't bite me or nothing, but I sure thought he was. So he beat me home. And I came on home, and I tied him up, and I went on in the house. I didn't feed him. I didn't give him no water. Because if I'm feeding you and giving you're gonna attack me, you will not eat again. I'm just saying. So the next time, when I let him loose, he took off. I let him go, and I painted everything on the outside of the house so he wouldn't smell his scent in case he tried to come back. I don't play that. I'm not interested in that. I don't have. So I'm just saying, don't look an animal in the eye. Don't do it. It means something totally different for them. That's how when they go to war and they get ready to attack each other, that's what they do to each other. We can look each other in the eye. Look another person in their eyes. Don't turn your head, because that could be a deterrent sometime when you don't even know what's going on. You don't know what they're going to do. Okay? We just got to do that, y'all. You got to be conscious and aware of everything that you're doing all the time. You can look a man or a woman in their eye. Just try not to look animals in their eyes. And tell your children don't do the same thing. Don't look an animal in their eye. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Okay? And we'll stay safe. We keep ourselves safe and out of trouble that way. That's just the best way to do things. Okay? All right. I'm going to let it go right here. Please hit that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe. Share this information. Somebody can use it, because everybody don't know that you cannot look an animal in their eyes. Look people in their eyes. Intimidate. That not intimidate. Well, it works as a deterrent. I just know that much. Okay. All right. So I got even more incidents that where the spirit can talk to you and talk you through things, and before you know it, you out of trouble and you out of danger. Okay. Once you get in touch, you establish a relationship with your spirit. Your spirit will keep you out of trouble, whether you know it or not. Okay? So it's just best to do that. Now, I'm going to go ahead on. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate your time. Thank you for joining me. I'm grateful. Okay? The word for this year, don't forget, is healing. We all have healing to do, and we're going to make it through. Okay? All right. Be safe. Peace. Love y'all. Bye.